Baby, we did it. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody to the round one fan cams. Oh my gosh. Tonight is going to be a lot of fun. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. That was exhilarating. That's what that was. I am sweating a storm. The Blues win 14-17, 101 to the Richmond Footy Club, 11 goals, 10-76 at the MCG. That was electric. I'm up and about. I am so excited for tonight and just want to soak up every bit of it. If you're new to fan cams, welcome to the channel. Going to get all the fans, as many of you as possible, to come in and share your thoughts on the game tonight. Shortly, I will put the link in the comments, and then basically it'll be first in, best dressed. Once you hit the link, you will come into the waiting room here, and I'll get you on, and we can talk about the game. But for now, we're going to enjoy it. That was special. That was really special. We'll start as we always do. One moment, just one moment. One moment. I'm just playing around with this. This will do us. Pommy, welcome.
Oh, what a night! Watching Carlton on a Thursday night. We beat Richmond because they're fucking shy.
What a feeling.
Team, oh, what a night. Tell you what, right? I just want to give a big shout out to all the fans that tuned into the watch along. We had a big split crowd. People were depressed at 3/4 time. There was a few hardcore who really will back Uncle Pommy up and say this to everyone.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Tell you what, I was the most calmest but most eccentric I've ever been tonight. But I was calm. I knew we were going to win. How fucking good is it, hey? Mate, how good does that feel?
It's just been so long, man. It's been so fucking long. We start the season the same way every single year, 0-2 since 2012. We spoke about the gravity of the game. Yes, it's one game. Yes, it's worth 4 points, and they all are. But, you know, we spoke about how we really needed to make a statement for the group, for the confidence.
Spot on. And like when I was doing that scouting report, there was something that stood out. It was clearances. And that was the biggest thing that I took out of pre-season, the work around the clearances and their ability to score. Now, I could give you 1,000 stats because I prepared this before we won. I knew how we'd won. I was that confident. I remember speaking to you, Terry, being so confident, ridiculously confident. But the biggest one for me was just that ability to score from clearances. And towards the end of that game, Carlton just absolutely took the piss in clearances, outscoring them by 31 points. That's their weak area. And honestly, that fourth quarter, honestly, man, like it doesn't get better than that. It's not often I have Richmond fans from quarter one giving me shit. And in the fourth quarter, we've torn into them. Like there's a couple of guys who are going home very unhappy tonight because of us. And fucking, I just love it, man. I love this football club. I love this family. And we deserve it. And I think that's a huge psychological turning point. 11 times, not anymore. It was the third time in 20 years Carlton have led at half-time in a round one fixture. And I said at half-time, that's the biggest hurdle. They've done something they've never done. Just repeat it, you win the game. And they won the game.
I think there's so many good things about tonight, but one of them was that it wasn't easy. We got challenged early. We didn't have a very good first quarter, admittedly, but we kept our heads, mitigated the damage, as Paul Sebastiani says. Second quarter responded. Richmond came back, hit the lead again, and then we just dug deep. It was a different Carlton. It was a different mental Carlton.
We had to have faith. They had to have faith in themselves. I've been preaching it for 2 weeks and I've got so much hate on socials saying if you can't believe in them, they can't. It's so easy to come on here and be negative. So easy. My angry fan cams, light work. It's hard, though, to back them in. And that validates everyone who's backed them in. this week. Everyone who backed them in. They played as a team. What you saw was Durden leading from the front. Never say die. Never say stop.
Corey Durden, baby.
But let's give a shout out to easily the best on the ground. Fucking hero, brother.
This bloke over here, mate.
You asked Mr. fucking Cripps to be a captain. We saw a captain tonight because when we needed him, he was there in the key moments. What I saw was what my father-in-law tells me about Michael Voss. The man that when the chips are down, he says, get on my back and we win this fucker. And I mean, even O'Brien in the fourth quarter didn't make any mistakes. It was infectious. I said O'Brien's had a bad game and he turned into Gary Ablett at passages in the fourth. That is the influence of Cripps. That is the influence of a captain. He should lift you up. He shouldn't hold you up. He should lift you up. And you saw today, Cripper, you know when they say make Cripper Dustin Martin? He was Dustin Martin tonight. He was not devastating like Dustin Martin. He raised everyone else up. You saw the belief. And let's give a shout out to my favourite guy to hate, Mitch McGovern. I don't believe Mitch McGovern was out tonight. I am convinced that Patrick Walsh, Sam Walsh for banter, has actually taken off the face of Mitch McGovern and put it on. Because Mitch McGovern was hitting targets for bants tonight. For bants. It's an easy gig, man. It's an easy gig, I tell you. Can't wait to do the watch-alongs all year when we're fucking 22-0.
I can't underestimate how much that meant to the fans tonight. Because there's a lot of people who, rightly so, have asked the question of the club. Depending on how deep they've asked the question is a conversation for another day. But I think a lot of people were in the mentality of, let me see it. And I won't believe it until we beat Richmond in round one. So if we can get that subgroup of fans back on side, mate, going to the footy is going to be something else this year.
For the first time ever, I had to cut the live short at the end because I actually sat here like a melt and cried to myself for 5 minutes.
Yep.
I've cried 3 times in my life: when my pop died, when my nana died, and tonight when Carlton won. Because I begged that we'd win, and we finally did. But it was a huge honour, honestly. I couldn't share it with a better group of men and women, these mental people who watch me. One of them's your sister, by the way.
Yes,
I was shocked.
Shout out to Steffi Degani. We'll see if we can maybe get her on. She's all the way from Dubai, chilling with
I
Polly.
can't believe dickheads watch me do the live. I can't believe it. But honestly, that was for you. And everyone deserves it in this chat, deserves that, because we have had the worst run of luck. And that was a validation for why we're all here.
Yeah.
A validation. And honestly, my proudest takeout for that is the boys. They've done it. There's no excuses now. Next week, they go in 1-0. And like we said, 8 bastards of our list have had that. Now we've got a whole list who know what 1-0 feels like. That's huge for this football club.
Yeah, spot on. There were kids on the train on the way home just now. I was speaking to their parents. They were saying these kids have never seen a round one win. There's many of us out here watching now that probably have never seen a round one win. That's how long it's been. But no, it was special. We're going to get through so many individual performances and so many other notions. But what was your final takeaway going into next week now? There's so much to unpack, but what do we do now? I mean, I went to the game last night. The doggies they're not scaring me, mate.
Mate, I think the biggest thing for me was, like I said, I remember having that conversation with you after the Melbourne game and saying, I've looked at the stats and for the first time, it was like 100% chance Carlton win. TPI told me it was 92% chance Carlton would win. And I've never seen that before in my life. What you saw tonight was amazing. People will say our inside 50 entries were bad. That's incorrect. 48% resulted in a score. That puts us second in the AFL over the last decade. What you saw is they're playing as a team. 18 men getting around the ball. There was moments they didn't do it in the second when Richmond came hard. There was moments they didn't do it in the third where they didn't quite do it. But it's amazing. After every break, it suddenly came back. They were reminded by Mr. Voss himself, stop quitting. be hard. And when they were untouchable, and what that's going to do, I'll tell you one thing now, you can play ugly and win suddenly. When you play like that, you win ugly. That wasn't an accomplished performance, but you have just played one of the best sides of the last 20 years off the park. Off the park. You played them in that fourth. When have we seen that, man? I have sat and watched a lot of football with you guys and girls. That fourth quarter is what Richmond do to us every fucking year. And for the first time in my life, I've had Bobby ring me in tears because he knows how we fucking feel. You know, it's a great feeling. Embrace it. Abuse as many people as you can for the next week. Be good to each other. Can't wait to see you next week because you know what? We've killed a tiger tonight. Let's fucking kill a dog.
Love it, mate. Love your work. We'll see you soon.
Much love.
Love it. Ugo with a $80 donation. Sweet 17 this year. Ugo knows what it is. 2022 is the year. Love your work, Ugo. I'm going to get the wogs in because I can see him here in the in the waiting room. This is going to be a fun fair camp. Yeah! How good?
About fucking time, you dogs.
How good?
Oh. How good was that?
Coronary. I'm having a fucking coronary.
Mate, I'm dripping. I'm dripping in sweat.
Can't do it anymore.
Oh,
That was
I can
amazing.
release Fisher. How big is this? Yes!
Oh, it's so good. Talk to me.
After 9 long years, finally! Yes.
Fuck
Oh.
these bastards.
Cripper's back.
I waited all bloody game to say fuck them.
Cripper's back.
Now piss off back to Punt Road and fuck off. You fucking can eaters. I'm over them.
Oh, dear.
We're going out to have a Carlton fucking draft, Chich.
A well-deserved Carlton draft, boys. It's been a long
What do
time
you reckon
coming.
about? What about Chera? Where's Adamo? I need Adamo on
We
this.
need to get a damo
I
one
need
for the
him-
wog.
we
The
need him on.
wogs.
I want to hear him blow his load over a fucking Chera there. I want to hear him.
Adamo will be with me on Monday night, the Blue Abroad show. He's going to
We want
say
him now. We want him now.
I want my spare one. I want it now. Talk, Terry. Tell us, Terry.
Cripper. Like what?
Tell us what you thought. Tell us.
I was saying before, I'm pretty speechless, to be honest. It's all a bit of a blur. But first of all, the engine room at the Carlton Football Club, the collective engine room, Chera, Hewitt, Kennedy, Cripps, they just kept going. And
A well-oiled machine. A
I know I'm-
well-oiled machine.
Mate,
I-
we're at the front of billboards, and there's about 500 Carlton supporters. It's like we've won the fucking flag.
I know I'm biased, but can we talk about Corey Durden for a minute?
Reto Durden.
Little fucking Dan and Chicks. he was moving around me. He was like moving me.
Oh, mate, it was fucking awesome tonight.
Hey, you know what? When I went, I had to leave at 3/4 time because I was getting the Archidor, the heartburn. I needed the Somac, and then I looked at the numbers and I'm like, fuck, okay, we're actually in this game because in that third quarter, mate, we butchered the ball going inside 50. Chera turnover, Cripps turnover, Fisher turnover, and they all kicked those blows. Mate, can I just say something? That Tom Lynch, he's the biggest cheat in AFL football. Mate, seriously, that bloke, he is an absolute cheat. Out the back. Win a hard ball!
You know who's a warrior? Jacob Wiedering. He gets corked on the hip and then he comes back on, baby. You know what? Let's fucking off. Piss off. We fucking won tonight. Let us fucking enjoy it, baby. I've waited
Too
9
good.
fucking long years.
This is so
He's
good.
lost it. That's one too
I'm
many
done.
beers at the president's lunch there.
Mate,
One too many.
the fucking the tab was untapped. Untapped.
Mars, you were
Yeah.
you were one of the people I was saying before. You're very much show me before I jump on board. So what did you see?
Yeah. I saw fucking heart and effort tonight.
Cripps.
And about fucking time.
Cripps.
And Cripps, Bull, 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 bull,
Bull, bull, bull, bull, bull, bull.
He's back. I think he's back. He's
the
back.
big bull, 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 bull.
I'm happy.
The big Arhidia, the big Arhidia.
I tell you what, mate, the jumper punch on Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen, it's going off.
Oh,
It
indeed.
is going off.
I'm happy for him. It's
And to
good.
everyone
Enjoy
to everyone who come up to us at the game, thank you very much. And the last 3 words: up the baggers.
Up the
Enjoy
baggers,
it.
boys.
Enjoy
See you
it.
later. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All righty. Young Zach, what's up, my man?
Oh, that's so funny. Man. Oh, just like you were saying about the engine room, Lee Montagna after the game said, and I wrote it down, it was from Batman and Robin to the Avengers.
Love
You've
it.
gone from Cripps and Walsh, and now you got Chera, you got Kennedy, who's decided to be a star, you got Hewitt. It's just fantastic. Oh my god! And you've still got to add Walsh to that. Like you've still got to actually add one of the best midfielders in the competition into that midfield. I don't understand. Like
100%.
It's just amazing.
I mean, you look at the midfield. I think some of the question marks before the game were about, Lockie O'Brien and Will Setterfield. And I thought the two of them did just as much as what they needed to do, played their roles as well. And when you talk about Walsh coming in, you think, goodness me, this engine room hasn't even got its biggest cog just yet. The guy that really, runs people off the park. It's exciting, Zach. It's exciting, mate.
Oh, mate. And that's the thing about a system as well. Like you can have players who aren't exactly stars, like O'Brien and Setterfield, but if they play a role, okay, they're wingmen, they play a role. If they execute, then we're actually going to be okay. Like we're actually going to be fine, And they're two-way runners as well. Like in defense, the amount of times the ball was in our defensive 50, and they were there for a little quick handball out the side. Like, mate, it was so good.
Yeah, you wrote a piece this week. We dropped it today on the website. Talked about your hidden gems. You had Owies, Kennedy, and Durden.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the hidden gems.
Oh, mate, I think that they were all fantastic. So I think I caught it pretty well, especially Kennedy. I think he was probably the most. He was the guy that for a while, even last year when we had those disappointing games with no crowds, he was probably the best player on the field, despite the team overall being pretty shit. So now when the team is actually being decent, he's actually just been fantastic. Like he's an absolute bull. He runs through the midfield. He gets the hard ball, flicks it out to Chera, and Chera can go inside 50. Like it's fantastic.
No, you're right. You're right. Sam Doherty, the former co-captain, unbelievable journey, knee injuries, cancer twice. Not many of us thought he would even play this year. He comes back, plays in the second practice match, gets 38 disposals, locks himself into round 1 and kicks a goal. It was just poetic and a beautiful moment.
And the heart he shows as well. Like there was one time where Shea Bolton was running inside 50 and he kept running. He wasn't going to get there, but he kept running and running and running. And then he took a mark 30 seconds later. Like genuinely, he's so consistent. He's just everywhere. We're so much better when he's on the field, and he's fantastic. The work he does off the ball, sometimes it goes unnoticed, but he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. What are we looking forward to next week, mate? Thursday night against the Doggies.
Jeez, I can't even think that far, to be fair. I'm just excited for this game, but look, against the Dogs, it's 2 pretty big games. So I think this game gives us confidence, which is, something that we haven't had for so long. And if you can win the first game, then, if we can translate that confidence to the second game, we can actually go on a run here, and we can, if we're okay against 2 proven finals teams, then when it comes to teams kind of lower on the ladder, we'll be okay, we'll be fine.
Yeah, spot on. Zach, love your work, my man. Looking forward to chatting to you soon.
See you soon.
See you, brother. Where are we? I think I got a new one here. Jezza.
Hey, Terry, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Pretty good pump tonight. It was awesome win. But it's always one in the midfield, mate. Like just once we got that midfield sorted, we got the backs and the forwards. It was always going to happen. So, wrapped it. Matt Kenny stepped up, beautiful, and just Hewitt, I think, will be probably one of the best buys we've had over the last couple of years. Just in the midfield, he just straightens us up in that midfield. So, he's going to be an awesome player for us. And the thing is, they're all getting 25 plus possessions, a couple of goals each. And we didn't even need Charlie and Harry tonight. So imagine what, I think next week they'll come into it. I think the Doggies back line is where they're going to sort of, take them apart. The midfield will look after itself. And I reckon we'll get them on, with our forwards next week.
There was just something to be said about the group tonight, because obviously we didn't start very well. Our skill errors were costing us, and it sort of looked a little bit like last year. And I wish I could hear what Vossi had said to him at quarter time, because they seemed to just calm down. And then I started thinking to myself, it's literally just above the shoulders. It's all in their head. And you just got this sense that they found it in their head. And once they figured it out mentally, they kept it, and they just kept at it. And we didn't panic. Yeah, some things didn't go our way. Umpiring, I thought the umpiring was just a little bit too much involved. I heard too many whistles.
Too many 50s, I think.
Too many 50s and too many free kicks. But just the resolve of the group to see it in round one, first game of the season. And I know we've seen a little bit in the preseason, but it really counts now. It's just special, mate.
I actually think their composure is better this year than last year. Like last year, they used to kick it and hope. I think a couple of times in the game, they just slowed it down, did a few little, 15-metre passes, just sort of set themselves up, and then away they went. And I reckon those little things, those little composure moments, Durden makes a massive difference, mate. I reckon he's going to be an awesome player. You can just see how quick he is, and with his mind, as well as he's thinking ahead of everyone. And they can't catch him in that forward line. I actually think the back line looks better without Liam Jones. I think with Gov and McDonald there, I think it looks much solid and less mistake-ridden, and I think we're going to hit our targets better coming out of defence as well. So I think it's a real win back there and how they've set that up.
Yeah, 100%. I went last night and watched the Doggies game, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not fearing them. I think you said it earlier as well. Once the big boys come into it, I think that'll be next week. I think it's going to be hopefully it's going to be a special start. And we just go into round two with the monkey off the back and a little bit more mental freedom.
Yeah, no, I actually think this week was a harder game than next week. So I really think the back line is going to be where we win it next. Their back line and our forward line will win it, because Durden will just chop them apart. I don't think they've got a good sort of small defender, and they've really only got one tall that's reasonable. And I just think we're gonna be a really big chance next week.
Yeah, love it, mate.
All right, see you, Terry.
Speak to you soon.
Nice speaking to you. Cheers.
Likewise. Bye-bye. Got a couple of donations here. Barb's with the $5. How good is a come-from-behind win against the dirty Tigers? Tomorrow's hangover will be worth it. Long live the Kool-Aid. Love to see it, J Barbs. And Dimitri, $10. The milk-sop era is over. Voss the Boss is here. The difference between the winner's mentality and the participation award. The benchmark has been set. Go Blues. Could not have said it better myself, brother. That's very good. Peter V with the $2. Bugger Ross the toss. Now it's Ross the boss. Love that from you, Pete. Who we got here? I've got Maddie looking to be on a train. Maddie.
Hey, Terry.
Is there anyone else on that carriage with you?
Yeah, my dad, and then plenty of Carlton supporters around.
Well,
make
sure you let him know that the Blues are back.
Exactly. Can we talk about Sam Doherty's goal?
Yes.
If you didn't cry, you're lying.
You're right.
I cried. It was just the way they got around him was what we mentioned last year. We mentioned it several times with Stocker and those guys. Then getting around him just amped up the team, and just that was the reason. Doc was back. Doc was at his best. If the rest of you aren't, what's going on?
he did not look to have missed a single beat. He looked completely normal, phenomenal.
Absolutely. And hearing what Ross said about him earlier in the week, they couldn't recognize him. He just lost that much weight. And he said, I'm playing round 1. Now, Ross being the coach, yeah, okay. But at the same time, just work on yourself. But the ability for him to get back and be that leader, even separate from just being a captain, he shows that kind of leadership that we've been absolutely needing.
He does. No, he sure does. He does. I thought the other part that was interesting was the way we played. We obviously won the game, but our big forwards did not really have a big influence on the scoreboard. They did other things. They brought the ball to ground. They halved contests. Just goes to show that we've still got some more improvement to come.
It does. I was really waiting for Charlie to kick a goal, because when Charlie kicks a goal, everyone goes crazy. But I also like the fact that we didn't need him to.
True.
That
True.
the small guys were scrapping around, and
I think we'll get his 4 or 5 goals next week. He loves playing against the Dogs, so I think that's the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard someone mention that Bont might be out.
I don't know. It's all about the Blues tonight, Maddie. It's not about the Bonds. It's about the Blues. Love it. Nah, awesome. All right, Maddie, we'll chat to you soon.
Okay.
See ya. Kano.
How you going, Terry? How you going?
Mate, I'm good. How are you?
I'm bloody pumped, eh? Oh, my God, what a win.
You got Cripper on the T-shirt, mate. You're up and about.
Yeah, Cripper. Brownlow Cripper right here. Brownlow around his neck.
It's good stuff, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bloody good. It was a team effort too.
It was a team effort.
And especially the players in the midfield, like Cripps, Kennedy, Hewitt, Chera, they all did their part, and it was a really good midfield game, and their hit outs and the centre clearances was just absolutely beautiful to watch.
It was, mate. It was. Who do you think? You said Cripper was winning the Brownlow, so I'm going to guess that he got your 3 votes.
Yeah, I'm giving Cripper the 3 votes. I'm probably going to be a little bit biased. I'm giving Kennedy the 2 votes.
Yep.
And I'm going to give Doherty the 1 vote. Just because it was an inspirational game from Doherty. That goal he kicked, I heard the crowd on the TV. It went ballistic.
It was a special moment, mate. It was a very special moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly introduce my sister to you. She's a Carlton fan as well.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello, Kane sister. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm up and about. What do you mean? I'm up and about.
Yeah, I know, right? My teacher, he goes for Richmond at school, so I can't wait to brag to him.
Make sure you let him know that the Blues are back, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Bring it on.
Love it. Good on you guys. Have a good night.
You too. Up the baggers.
Love it. Love to see it. Ari Stamatakos, mate.
Mate, you've been hosting for however long. Give me your thoughts. I'm giving you the floor.
My thoughts. I saw my team dig deep when things weren't going their way. I saw my team not drop their heads. I saw a united team. I saw a team play for each other. I saw a team look to make their teammates better. And I left the ground feeling so proud to be a supporter and to have stuck fat. And it's only one game, but it's not one game. You have to start the right way. And this was an important one. And I hope that this is the beginning of something special. This group is good. It's good enough. It's talented across the park. And they didn't play. It wasn't about the talent tonight. It was about them, digging in and working hard and doing all the things that they said they were going to do in the preseason. And I'm just excited, mate. I'm so happy. I'm just happy to see everyone with a smile on their face too.
That was the proudest I've felt after any game. The final siren went. I felt like I was going to cry. I just felt this. I don't even know what it was. It was just this euphoric. I don't even know. It was an idyllic day of football from start to finish, and obviously Doc's goal was. I think that's the loudest I've ever heard a sporting ground be. And I don't think anyone's mentioned this, but Cripper's 2 goals at the start of the second, when our backs were against the wall, and he picked us up and dragged us back into the contest. He was huge. Kennedy, unbelievable. Corey Durden, you picked them well. You picked him well.
Corey fucking Durden, mate. Corey Durden. I want to go back to Cripps because he had a set shot, I believe, for his second goal. And we were down by maybe 3 or 4 goals at the time. And I remember thinking to myself, this is one he usually misses or has been missing over the last few years. As soon as he dobbed it, I had a bit more confidence in him. And I'm just happy for them. I'm happy for them that they've done it. They earned it tonight, you know, and I'm happy that they got the just rewards for the effort they put in. And there's still a lot more improvement to come. I think the back line has a bit of improvement in it. They've got to work together a bit more. We still can get scored on pretty quickly when we turn the ball over. So we've got to clean that up. But once you do that, this team, once you get the forwards working as well, the big boys, just looks so good right now.
For me, the first quarter was our disposal efficiency was appalling.
Yeah.
And I said to my dad, I was like, if we can fix that up, we'll be in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like the occasion got to them a little bit, especially Cripps in the first quarter. I think Chera as well. They're just a little bit fumbly. We dropped a lot of marks, kicks coming off the side of the boot. It just felt like the occasion got to them and the pressure and the 9 years since we beat Richmond in round 1 or whatever. But once we eased our way into the game, there was no stopping us. And to be honest, when Shea Bolton kicks a goal in the last, I turn to my brother and say, game over. Because I've just been stimulated to just think it's done. But it was
so.
And I'll tell you what it was, right? If that was under Teague, let's forget about him. But for now, let's remember, we would have made a pretty shit comeback. Like we would have kicked 2 goals in a row, and then the Tigers would have gained control. We would have started blazing away and not really controlling the game at any stage when we needed to get back into it. Yeah, this was especially when Bolton kicked the goal, it was controlled domination for the rest of the quarter. It was scintillating to watch. Yeah. And it was just clearance after clearance after clearance, goal after goal after goal, and big goals as well. Jack Martin's kick from 50 was fucking something special.
I think this is just Kool-Aid talk right now, but it's round 1. It's only going to get better in round 11, and it's only going to get better in round 21, 22. Just, I don't know. Like, it's a bit crazy, to be honest. It's like, how do you bottle this up and just keep it? I mean, the way they handball to each other, the way they look for that extra handball to find the next person, and the way they already know where the next person's going to be is not something you see with a team that's got a new game plan. So their willingness to apply what they've been training really shines through. And, you know, I'm speechless. I don't even want to talk. I want to listen.
I couldn't even celebrate. It was weird. I was just watching the goals go in and not really. Well, it still hasn't sunk in. It's sinking in now. But when the final siren went, I didn't jump up. I didn't start yelling. It was as if this just massive weight off my shoulders, which is weird because I had nothing to do with the game. But I felt like that was with every fan. It was just a massive, like, thank fuck type thing. Like, we've done it. Like,
yeah.
And yeah, and the way we did it as well, backs against the wall, like fighting from underneath. We didn't cave in. We fought. We won every KPI. I think we had 14 tackles inside 50.
Yes.
Which is, I think we had 70 odd tackles as well throughout the match. Which is.
I wanted to talk about one other player. There's a few, but like Zach Williams, I thought when Dusty went forward, he did a really solid job on him. The stats won't say much for Zach Williams, but I saw him work pretty hard to keep Dusty, you know, in check in that forward line.
Yeah, that was actually another thing I was going to say. The stats won't say that Zach Williams had a good game, but from pretty much the second half, my dog's just come in the room. But from the second half, he shut Dusty down throughout the whole match. And it was only when Dusty went into the middle that he had an impact. When he went forward, he was absent. So that's something we hadn't seen from Zach Williams. That's selflessness, which hopefully Voss can instill into every other player.
Yeah, spot on. Mate, I look forward to wrapping up this game on Sunday and Monday and next week as well with you. Look forward to episode 1 of our new show. And, mate, we'll chat soon.
We'll do. Up the baggers. Right. Come on.
Yes, baby. All right, what have I got? Jimmy.
The curse is broken, finally.
The hoodoo is over, my friend.
I tell you, I thought it was we were repeating again. That first quarter, I thought to myself, you know what? If things have changed, we'll turn it around. Voss will do something. They turned it around, but then by that third quarter, I thought, oh shit, we're back to old habits again. I've been staying away from, like, since the season ended last year. I've been staying off the preseason stuff. I want to go into clean slate. The first round last year just broke me completely. I just didn't want history repeating itself, but yeah, they did something. They've done it finally. Now there's belief.
I think when Bolton kicks that goal in the fourth, because I really did believe we'd win tonight. I'll be honest. I really did believe. I said it from the start, 32 points. I really did believe it. But when Bolton kicked that goal in the fourth, that real dark energy started coming over me and thinking, have I really got this wrong again? Like, have we really got this wrong again? And we kicked a really weird goal out of just pressure. I think Corey Durden laid a tackle, then got the ball and just sort of slipped in a quick goal. And it's kind of got the ball rolling. We got the second one in a row. And then lo and behold, the 5-goal swings we're talking about, we gave them to the other team for a change, And we really did, in many ways, what Richmond have been doing to us for the last 11 times and just running away with it.
Yeah, and the great thing about tonight's win is, even though it's the first win of the season, we didn't just scrape one win. We beat them convincingly, which gives you hope for the Bulldogs game. And if you take the Bulldogs game and you think to yourself, all right, Hawthorn on Gold Coast, we could be 4-0 if you think about it. Injuries, pending and not happening. But it was great because I'm telling you, those member numbers are going to spike this week. Watch them spike up.
I think we had 72,000 there. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call us all out. Next Thursday, I don't care if the kids have school. I don't care about anything. We pack out that stadium next week and we do it all over again.
Yeah. That place is going to turn into a sauna next week at Marvel.
Yeah. It was a sauna tonight, to give you that much, mate. It was so hot. It was so muggy.
I deliberately did not go out at night because I was like, I can't face it if they lose again. I had to sit home and watch it, but I'm surprised no one called the cops on me, mate, because the abuse was hurling at the TV.
Love it, mate. What are you looking for next week? What's some things you want to see?
I'm thinking our tools are going to do the job on them.
Okay.
We usually do well with our tools against the Bulldogs, and I'm thinking Kerner and Harry are going to turn it on next week. I'm hoping Cooper can have a repeat of tonight's performance, Kennedy as well. And, this time around when we play him, we get in front and we stay in front.
Well said. Very well said. Jimmy, going to love you and leave you, mate. Thanks for joining.
No worries. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Lewis Arambatsis. What a night. Every Blue fan stand up. Voss the boss. Thank you for the 15, my friend. I'm going to get Rocco in the new JP studio. Where is he? He's here. Rocco!
Oh, can you hear me good?
Loud and clear, my friend.
Oh, beautiful. So I had to turn the camera this way because we got some shit going on over here.
Okay.
That I don't want you to see until Tuesday, right?
Okay.
Where we're turned this way. But, first of all, let's just we'll have a little bit of limoncello here. This is the victory. This is the drink of winners, mate.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. You've seen me. I've gone into my rages and the thing. So today, I'm just going to say that it's so I sat there with my son. My son has never seen Richmond win a game, or win that first round. I don't think he remembers, So I kind of just absorbed it in, And now I'm just like, I saw Mars and all that. They're all going off, and trust me, I went off at the game. Trust me, man. Like we were. There's a couple of Richmond supporters got to hear what I had to say about them celebrating at 3/4 time, mate. So I let them know. But now I'm just like, just enjoying it, man. Like this is, I'm being the father here, if you understand. I'm just the old bull, just to say, you know what? Enjoy this.
You got it. Yep.
Enjoy this, man. Enjoy this. Yeah, we can talk about stats. You can talk about individual players, but it's just about the emotion and just being there and watching everyone around you and seeing that some belief in everybody all of a sudden, like it's just this. I'm this calm feeling tonight. I'm just calm, man. I don't know what to say about this. This is it was unbelievable, man. Like and it was such an emotional ride, It was like first quarter, I wrote a message to the boys. I go, same shit. Like I couldn't believe it. Like same shit, man. And then the second quarter, I go, all right, pressure's up. We could be on. Then third quarter, I'm going, if we lose this, we've done nothing, man. We won one quarter. That's all we've done. And then they kicked that first goal, and I turned to my son. I go, that's over, mate. There's no chance we're going to come back from here. And then what did I just witness? What did I witness, man? What did I witness? Everybody lifted. Even O'Brien lifted in that last quarter. It was just, I'm just, and then we sang the song, and then we waited there, and then we walked to the train station, and it was packed. It was packed. And usually I get annoyed at everyone that's in front of me, like I can't stand anybody, And I was just enjoying the walk. I'm sitting there standing with people. It was a beautiful night, man.
It was. I think there's something to be said for what you mentioned. Life comes and goes so quickly. And I know it's been a long one for us because we've been losing for so long, but
yes,
you got to stay in the moment and you got to enjoy the moment for what it is.
You do, man. And people like, even when people do this at concerts and that, they video it, they say, oh, they don't want to miss a thing, How about you put your cameras down and just enjoy this moment, man? Like, that last quarter for a Carlton supporter is as good as it gets, man. I'm telling you, that's as good as it gets. The emotional ride that we went through in that last quarter, like those 5 unanswered goals from being 4 goals down nearly to being in front. Cripper standing up the way he did, man. I'm telling you, the bloke blew me away tonight, man, because he had a shitty first quarter, and then the third, it almost revolved around him. Like whenever he played good, the whole team lifted, and that's amazing, man. That last quarter is phenomenal, and he kicked those goals. Remember how many times did I say, like a couple of years, I'm going, mate, like just kick the goal, mate, get the ball, mate. And he did, but he did. And the other big thing, I said I didn't want to speak about stats and that. I think TDK in that last quarter, man, changed it.
Yep.
Like he just was getting his hands the ball, winning that. Like it was amazing what TDK did, Like it's a good bit of combination there now. Look, I want to say like, oh, let's not go overboard. We've got a long season. You know what? Fuck that, mate. Like let's enjoy this, man. This is like phenomenal. Like I don't know, man.
No, I'm with you. I think that because I was not so sure about playing Pito and Tom DeConey together.
Yes.
But when that fourth quarter came around and Tom went in the ruck and he was fresh, mate, it was like I got goosebumps just remembering it. He's just got an extra couple of inches. Yeah. But if you're playing him on his own for the full game, I don't know if he's got that leap in the fourth quarter. But because it's the two of them,
We need Pito. Like Pito, all right, he's not the best ruckman and everything, but he's that workhorse, man. He takes the blows. And then like he kept him fresh, and then all of a sudden, like TDK come in his own in that last quarter, man. It was just like it's a bit of, I don't know if it was like an accident or whatever, but it worked, you know what I mean? It bloody worked, and then they kicked those goals when they needed to, like that was so. There's so many great moments, like I'm sure we're going to talk about it now for days, but like the Doherty, everyone just stood there and just clapped, like they were just so happy, that he kicked that goal, and our boy, Durden, like we said we played Durden and always, man, the kids give their all in that forward line, and like Curno's still very well underdone, but that's all right. That's all right, and McKay, looks like he's a little bit underdone too, but that's all right because everyone steps up, mate. That's what we need to do, mate. We need you to step, mate. That's what I would have said, mate. We need you to step up. O'Brien, you've been pathetic, but I need you to step up. Take the moment.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of them. I think I counted. So the guys that I thought really lifted in the fourth, Fisher, Sard.
Oh, he's another one, Fisher.
Yeah, they get the podcast back.
Mate,
there.
I was hammering him, man. You should have seen me. I was giving it, the whole crowd was laughing because I was just giving it to him. That what rubbish. But in that last quarter, man, he took the moment. That's all we can ask from the young man, and he did. So all respect to him now,
Yeah, no, spot on, mate. Tuesday night's going to be off. It's going to be so enjoyable for you guys.
It's going to be huge, man. It's going to be huge. It's that usually last year we had a couple of our wins, but they just didn't feel right, Like that's how all right, we beat Essendon and everyone's happy because you beat Essendon, but it didn't feel right, even the other wins. But I don't know, this one feels good. It's the first game. We're up and about, we beat a good side. We beat our menace there, you know what I mean? You can see Mars is up and about. If Mars is up and about, just everyone wait for this journal. I cannot wait for this journal, man. It's going to be extreme. Like at 3/4 time, I had like 3 people I was going to give banana to. I had it all worked out, man. I'm lost now. I don't know what to do anymore, like it's just
I'll tell you who. You give the banana to Tom Lynch, mate.
He is a banana, man. The way I see him, not only he's a cheat, like he gets those balls from behind, and we tore him up apart, man. Like, he deserves a bit of a banana. Some of those free kicks. Anyway, we don't want to blame the free kicks, but you're right. No, I think there was a bloke in front of me, mate. I reckon he might get it. He was real quiet in the lane. If you're watching, how quiet were you in that last quarter, mate?
I'm going to talk about my experience in my review. There was a woman behind me, lovely woman, and about 15 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go in the fourth, I'm standing up and the Richmond supporters start leaving. And I'm standing up and I'm basically asking the question, where you going? And she turns to me, she goes, you need to stop being a dick. And I'm like, do you know what life I've lived for 20 fucking years, mate? Do you know what I've had to go through? Like, can I enjoy this for once? It was great.
Man, enjoy it, man. I was giving it to her. I'm telling you, the chest is pumped out, mate. I'm scared. If we win, for some reason we happen to be like 3-1 or 4-0, I'm scared into what I'm going to turn into. People are going to hate me, man, because I'm bringing back the 80s and 90s strut, mate. The Rocco strut is coming back, mate. If we beat the Doggies next week, I'm telling you, man, it's all over, man. Kool-Aid all over myself. I just remembered. Remember the last show last year?
Yeah.
I made a little bet, didn't I?
Yes. Why don't you remind us all what the bet was?
Far out. I had to wear something.
Was it the mankini?
Is the Mankini.
Nah.
It was the Mankini, no?
It wasn't the Mankini. Remember, I had that video of me doing that acting performance with the big...
The golden thing?
No,
Oh, all right. Well, you're going to have to sort that out for Tuesday, I think.
Oh, far, I just remembered. All right, I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of honor. Paul said he was going to wear the Mankini. I'm just like, all right.
All right. I look forward to it, Rocco. Good to see you, my man.
Tune in, guys. All right, go Blues, go Blues.
Go Blues. What a star. Tim P with the $10. Our handball chains make us a much more effective team. Almost like we've learned to play modern footy. Bring on the dogs. Spot on, mate. Well said. Where are we? All right. Liam Macca.
Oi.
Oi.
Terry.
Where are you, mate?
Lovely to meet you, mate.
Likewise, my man. What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just chilling out with me dog.
Love it. What's the dog's name?
Mellencamp.
Mellencamp. What does Mellencamp? What do you and Mellencamp have to say about tonight?
It was not bad. First and third, bit how you going.
Yeah.
Second and fourth, mate. What can you say? What
The Blues are
can you
back.
say?
That's what you
That
say. The
fourth-
Blues are back.
That fourth, I'll tell you what. If we put 7-5 on most teams in the fourth, they'll do it.
I think so. What's are you confident now we can take the momentum into the Dogs next week?
Absolutely. After they played last night, look, their coach is a bit iffy at the moment. Can't take fucking serious questions. You know what I mean?
No, he's getting a little bit. He's getting a little bit sensitive at his old age.
A little bit sensitive. I think that's getting against the good teams, and he's getting a bit iffy.
I think so, mate. I think so. No, I look forward to it. You're going to be there next week?
No, I'm up in northern New South Wales, man.
Right.
So,
All right.
But no, I'm a member. I have been for a few years now. Absolute diehard. I'm from Vic, but moved up here when I was younger.
Yeah.
But these blokes today, they were something else. Govern down back. That's an all-time move, right there. He's showed that he can fill a spot and do it very well. Cripps was back to his 2018, 2019 all-time form. Bam Bam Kennedy, holy Jesus. It's a wonder what a different mindset can do when a new coaching panel can come in and a bloke can just go from all right to just elite.
Yeah. I think I think you're right. I think look, we've got to build off it now. Monkeys off the back. Show up next week against the Dogs, get the W, 2-0, going into Hawthorn round 3, and then we'll I think for the fans as well, we just got to enjoy the ride for what it is.
Mate.
Yeah.
I've seen Carlton beat Richmond once or twice. Like,
yeah.
I'm 27 and I haven't seen many good years, and I'm sure you're the same.
Nah, mate, I'm 30 and I've seen not much more than you. So
yeah, no, they're on the track.
Yeah,
they are definitely just. You talk about the Teague train. I don't know what kind of train this is, mate. But
no, this is the Voss private jet, mate. Don't worry about the train. You're going to tune in next week with Pommy. You should join him next week on the watch along. While, as in, you watch him watch the game. That's we'll get you on there.
As long as me greyhound isn't racing, I'll be there. I missed the first about 5 minutes because me greyhound had a fucking run today.
How'd she go?
The fucking shit.
She walked out backwards, mate.
Oh, mate, fucking, that's him. No,
yeah,
he's done me well. He's done me well in the last month or two. But no, ran into a hot field today. But I'll tell you, I'll even call in sick for fucking work. because I think we've fucking got it. So,
Love it. All right. Well, you enjoy, and I will chat to you soon, my friend.
Enjoy, brother.
See you, my man. Dale V with a $20 says, "What a day." I think this is meant to say LFG. Let's fucking go. Get it done this morning, and then the mighty Blue Baggers get it done in the evening. LFC. Oh, Liverpool Football Club. Why do you have to remind me about that, Dale, mate? I'm an Arsenal man. Jesus. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We don't need to talk about the Gunners, though. It's all about the Baggers tonight. Who we got? Who have we got? We've got Josh.
We did it. It's over. I don't even have to say anything. All I can do is sit here and smile. The curse is over.
The curse is over, man. The monkey's off the back.
That's exactly right. I unfortunately couldn't go to the game tonight because I've gotten a bit sick. So I was fucking dying because as soon as I heard Doherty kick that goal, I heard the crowd. I was like, man, I could be there tonight. But yeah, mate, I'm just so happy that we beat Richmond finally. Far out. Like the last time that happened, I would have been like 10. So it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, man, we talk about it. We've been talking about it for so many years, not just on the channel, but before then, about what this team can do and what they need to do and what we want to see. And to finally see it, I think Rocco mentioned it before as well. Like, yeah, we won some games last year. We won the Essendon game, and that was good, but it didn't have the same feeling. Tonight had a really different feeling about it. You know, it might mean nothing. We'll find out. You know, the story hasn't been written yet for the season, but that was something else walking out of the stadium tonight.
Oh, I can only imagine how it felt. I mean, I was freaking jumping up and down in my bedroom, like screaming, and my mum was telling me to shut up. That's how excited I was getting. But I don't even know. Like, I started getting emotional when Jack Martin kicked the goal and all that. Like, it really feels like, you know, that the changes happen. Like, I always associated, like the pain with, oh, okay, it starts with Richmond round 1. We always kickstart other teams' seasons, like, on a good note. We never do it ourselves, you know? So I'm glad it's over. I'm really annoyed, though. McGovern apparently has had an injury, back injury.
I think I saw him come off after that marking contest, and he came off. He looked a little sore. I'm hoping that's not too serious because I thought he looked really solid back there.
He looked good, mate. And when he hit the post, oh my God, he ran on with the ball. How many times did we hit the post tonight? Like 3 times. I reckon we could have won by like more than 40 points. I reckon.
Yeah,
he looked really good.
Yeah. No, look, it was a performance to be proud of. Ultimately, that's what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Our midfield was amazing. Chera, Hewitt, I bloody love Ches. The look on Richmond fans, oh my God, so satisfying. That's been us for 10 years. Finally, we can laugh at them.
I cannot wait to tell everyone that story about the lovely woman behind me that just wanted to get in my face and tell me a few things and what I had to say to her, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. Mate, enjoy, feel better. Hopefully you have a good sleep and feel better, and we'll soak it all up tomorrow, man.
That's it. Thanks, Des.
See you, bro. Cameron, I like this. $15 donation. It looks like our preseason form did have some relevance to how we will play. I think you've nailed that. I think you're spot on. I've got Liam.
Yo, how are you, mate?
Mate, I'm good. I'm up and about. I'll tell you that much.
Look, I've been a member since they were dishing out the Favola membership cards, and we all know how long ago that was.
Wow.
I'm a bit old school. Yeah, look, the last time we beat Richmond was in the 2011 elimination final, was it?
2013.
2013 elimination final. Well, 10 years. I don't know how much time I got, but I think I'll be as quick as I can. First quarter was a bit iffy. I think we'll all go around that. Second quarter was a bit, hang on, what's going on here? You know, is this us? You know. Third quarter, again, held our own, I think. But, you know, fourth quarter, they got their first one. And I thought, you know, we've seen this before. We'll roll over, you know. We've seen that before, haven't we? You know, but they'll just sort of, you know, they get their one and then it's roll on. But I think, oh, hang on, we showed a bit of fight here. I thought, oh, hang on, we're half a chance here. What's going on? It was good.
I think the way Rocco mentioned it, the way in which we blitzed them in that fourth quarter, it was almost like we built up, just kept working hard, even though things weren't going totally our way. We just kept cracking, kept chipping away. And I think mentally, we actually broke them.
Yeah,
because we were willing to crack in harder for longer, which is just not something we've been talking about with this team for so many years.
Yeah, and we didn't just roll over and take it like we've done so many times in the past. Like we get a run on 1 or 2, we look good, and then we just fizzle out. Here we just kept going and going and going. And I just thought, the midfield group tonight, outstanding. They talk about Cripper needing help. He's got his help. Don't worry about that.
There's a full engine room in there, and Walsh has still got to come in.
Exactly. Walsh still to come back. Who goes out for Walsh?
Selection integrity, mate. It's a headache. It's what we want.
That's a good question. I thought there was only one negative. I thought O'Brien, I don't like to be negative, but O'Brien, I thought, struggled a bit at times.
He did. He had a few contests which were not great, but I think people go into games waiting for him to fuck up instead of waiting for him to do something good. And I think when you go into a game watching him like that, as soon as he makes a mistake, you say to yourself, fucking told ya, he's fucking no good. But I thought he did some solid things tonight.
Yeah, he had some good pressure, but then I saw a few, he had an uncontested mark drop, and then he had an uncontested kick, and he kicked it out of bounds. I thought, oh, come on, mate, come on.
Yeah.
But it's good we've got, people pushing up, and it's...
I think, what do you do? Like, do you say to him, right, you've got 2 to 3 weeks, show me what you've got, and if it's good enough, you'll stay in. If not, you come out. Because I don't know if I want to have him in and out 1 week in, 1 week out. I don't know if that's good for the team.
But I don't, you don't tell someone that. I don't think, we're not the vlogs and you go, you're out sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, see how you go. And, if you're good enough, you make it. If not, we'll give it another go. Another
True.
go.
It'll be interesting. I think we're going to need him next week. They've got a pretty solid midfield there, and we're going to have to stretch them nice and wide. So, and we are the Doggies Bogey team. So I look forward to being 2-0 next week.
It's pretty hard to, drop anyone from that side tonight, I think. You wouldn't want to upset that sort of chemistry that we've got tonight. I thought McGovern was fantastic in the back line. He was what we needed, I think. He was on big money and made some big plays, so it was refreshing, We're paying him $850 a year, and it was nice.
Yeah, got to see it. Mate, love it. Love chatting with you. I will see you next week.
Lovely. Thanks, man. See ya.
Raf Adam has made a record $160 donation. Terry, what a win. We have been through some crap with our club. However, I have never been more proud to support the Baggers. This win hopefully will be a turning point for our club. 3 votes. P, I'm going to guess that is Patrick Cripps. Mate, thank you very much. That is extremely generous of you, and really appreciate that. I think I've got Mark.
How are you?
Mate, I'm great. How are you?
Just bear with me. I'm currently at Crown. I'm struggling to hear you and everyone else. So if you don't see me, as long as you just hear my voice, because I don't know if you're able to hear me if I turn the camera up.
I can hear you, but you're very loud.
What about now?
That's much better.
Oh, you actually can hear me now.
Loud and clear.
Oh, that's all right. I thought I was worried about it.
So you've gone to Crown after the game to celebrate the win.
Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
I came out 1K richer.
Wow.
I kid you not. The family was absolutely thick. They were going crazy to me, thinking we're 20 points down in the last quarter. You're basically broke. I had us in the head-to-head, I think $250, $300 for a 700-800 collection. And then I had us in the 1 to 39, put about another 80 on that, and that came through. And then I managed to put a little bit on the 40 plus just for a bit of fun.
All right.
But funny enough, we just absolutely ran riot. And David Teague, how do you like them apples?
Correct. I think we'll obviously gamble responsibly, kids. That is not.
Don't worry. That's the only time I'm doing it this year,
No.
unless of course we happen to do the unthinkable, which I mentioned
will.
something about that
Well-
after the last round of last season. But
Well, let's
zero.
focus on the game, my friend. What did you see in the game?
Testament.
A bit of ruthless aggression.
They never gave up. Even when we were 15 to 20 points down, you felt like we were in the good fight. It's not like the old Carlton that would have obviously folded from within. But even when they got the opener of the last quarter, you just felt, no, we were able to score at both ends. And obviously you saw the City end tonight had about, at least 80 to 90% of the goals down the Richmond cheer squad end and very little down the other. I think from memory, Richmond only had one down their old punt road and we had about, I think, 3 or 4. So probably in itself, that was probably the game. But Cripper was being Cripper. But I think if we take the main man himself out, I think tonight Sam Doherty has got to be everybody's winner. I thought he was close to being best on ground. Probably is, but you know how it's going to be. They're probably going to think it's going to be still Cripper 3 votes. But if we're not too one-dimensional, why not a bloke that has come off a second testicular cancer treatment and scare, 2 ACLs, the bloke has not even missed a beat. I mean, if you went to war with him, you know you're in safe hands.
Yeah, it's true.
You go to war with that bloke.
You can't help but feel that it was a real emotional boost for the group as well, that their brother was able to take the field for them and start the journey here.
And I said straight away that when he was going for a goal in the second term, as he was approaching in, I kid you not, every single player had to at least go to him, even if it was those on the bench. But probably that wasn't going to happen. But once he put that through, they did exactly what I thought would happen. And that to me is playing for one another.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Mark, I hope you take all of that winnings home and not do your balls in and throw it all away tonight. But
no chance, mate. No chance, mate. Western
enjoy.
Bulldogs, you're next.
Absolutely. Well done, my friend. I'll speak to you soon.
See you soon.
All righty. I've got 3 more. We've got Josh. Josh.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Mate, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, brilliant after that. Finally. It's been years. I've been going for this club since after the 95 grand final, born into an Essendon family and started going for Carlton on a bet. And, for a long time, I was kicking myself that Geelong didn't win that game. I used to go every week and watch them get pumped by 100 points. And, then we got good in Richmond. We used to pump them by 70 points for the start of the year, every year. And, it's been a long fucking decade. But tonight was finally the time. And I gave it to every fucking Richmond supporter that I could see in there. I had one bird try and go and call the cops on me for, giving it to her. Didn't swear at her or nothing like that. Just let her know that we'd won. And, for once I was proud after leaving the footy, instead of being disappointed with it. It's a nice feeling. I think, what we saw, in the Melbourne game, I knew that, it's a preseason game and all that, but I saw enough, in what we were doing for finally, after all the Teague shit and everything, having no idea what the fuck we were trying to do. You could see what we were doing around the ball, behind the ball. I think the addition of Cherrart and Hewitt is massive for us. The support that they're going to give to Cripps and Walsh when he's back. Looking at how they rate us in the media, our midfield has been rated as the 14th or 16th best midfield in the league. What game are they watching? We towed Melbourne up. Even with Gawn winning all the hit-outs and everything last week. Like I said, I know that's it's a preseason game. But I think you know, we are still like, even though a few people are giving us some props now, I think we're still underrated, you know. And you look at what our spine that we've got, you put people in charge like Voss with Hamill and all that, these strong leaders around all these young blokes. This is going to like affect everyone in that list now. They're not like looking to their leader as like, you know, does he even know what we're doing? They know that this guy knows what he's doing, you know. And I think that, you know, this is a special list that we have got here, you know. And I think we're finally going to see it come to fruition. What we've all been seeing for so long and wondering when it was going to finally happen, I think it's happening now. Like I tipped from the start of the year that we were going to finish about 6th. I honestly think we could be top 4. Yeah, mate. There's no reason. You look at you look at what happened with.
I'm with you, brother.
Mate, you look at what happened with Melbourne, with Brisbane, all that shit. They shot up quick, and you know, like there was like last year was fucking horrible. You know, like, every game I went to, like I walked out of the. I've never left a game before in my life before the final siren. That Port game last year, I walked out at 3/4 time. Wow. Like horrible shit. You know, the Brisbane game, disgusting, and that I can't see this side now putting in that kind of effort anymore.
No.
You know, like it's I honestly think now that we've seen like a leap in like belief in themselves, you know, and that's what we've all seen it for years. Like, you know, we couldn't understand it. Like, you know, there's a lot of improvement to go, you know, but I think once we get all that, like, no, like especially when you've got like guys that aren't in the side like tonight, like Stocker as well, like, you know, he's my favourite player in the club. Like, I love him. But, you know, him and Sauce, you know, like what he did, even that goal that he kicked in the third, man, you know, after hitting the post a couple of times and that, like, that was when I knew we'd got him. We had him. You know? And to see the Richmond supporters leave early.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mate.
It's so good.
That was so sweet. No, right, yeah. So I mean, look, I honestly think this week, you know, you look at how we've played against the Dogs and we stacked up against them in the last few years, even when we haven't been that good. You know, like that last game last year, we should have flogged them.
Yep,
should have flogged them. And I honestly think this week we've got them. You know, like I don't think they've got the small defenders to go with this. You know, with Durden and Owies and that. You know, and they don't have the big defenders to go with Mackay and Curnow. And, you know, I think like they both looked a bit rusty tonight, but give them another week. And I reckon they'll get in sync. You know, like there was a few guys tonight. Look, O'Brien, I was really hoping he was going to go well tonight. You know, I brought one of my North Melbourne supporter mates to the game tonight because he'd never been to a big crowd. And, yeah, I was talking him up. And I don't know, the problem with him is he's soft as butter. Like, he's got a lethal left boot on him, but if he isn't in space, he can't use it. So I think, you know, like I'm hoping that Stocker gets fit. Walsh is back, and I think that probably he's going to slide out when they come back. But apart from that, man, I was pretty happy with everything I saw tonight. Once they changed Wiedering onto Lynch, that changed the game. You know, like I'm a big fan of Oscar McDonald, but he was getting fucking towed up in that first quarter.
Yeah.
Once that changed though, we're on, man, Cripper tonight. Okay. I've got money on him for Brownlow. He is back to Brownlow Cripps, you know, especially with Walsh out for the first couple. But I think once you get Walsh back in there as well, supporting him, you know, Cripps does shit that no other midfielder can do. You know, there isn't anyone who can do it. You know, you look at Ollie Wines won the Brownlow last year. He is 10 times the fucking Ollie Wines. Like, you know, everything that Ollie Wines does, Cripps does better. So, and I think, you know, honestly, if we can bring like the similar pressure that we did tonight and against Melbourne to most other sides, with the midfield that we've got, we are going to towel them up in contested ball every week, clearances every week. There is no one that can go with this midfield now, I don't think. And I honestly do believe that we are going to be a competitive side against every club this year.
Mate, you have summarised it very well. I really love it. I think you've absolutely hit the nail on the head. And that's all you want to see. Want to see your club do things and play in a way that makes you proud. We're going to have losses. We're going to have poor performances.
100%.
And it's going to be all about how much we respond. So I look forward to seeing what the year brings, mate. I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
See you, mate. All right. I've got two more. I've got Julian. Is he here? Julian, are you there? Julian, he's not there. Okay. Got one more. Lucky last, mate. Oh, he's got the suit on. Mr. Beach.
I went straight from work, mate. I went straight from work. There was no way I was missing this tonight. No effing way.
And how fucking sweet was it, mate?
What do you want me to fucking say? We knocked them off, and three Manly Richmond supporters were sitting behind me most of the night, thinking, "We've got this in the bag. We've got this in the bag." Blah blah blah. Yada 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 yada. Get out of here! You're done by 25.
Oh, mate, I can't believe it. I can't. I mean, I can. I kind of expected us to win, but now that it's actually happened, it's so good. You know, we had to watch a really bad football team last year, or a really bad display of football last year for a long time, for many months, and you know, already this is the best game we've played in the last, since the start of last year, and it's good. It's a good start. It's the start that we've been asking for a decade, and we got it. And hopefully it means a little bit more, and hopefully it continues. But what was some of the story? I'm not sure how much you've been watching tonight, but we've spoken about Doc, spoken about McGovern, spoken about Cripper in the engine room. Were there any other storylines of the night that maybe haven't been brought up just yet?
Well, I was going to mention Doc because clearly he was the moment man tonight, and that applause and cheer for him went for about a good 90 seconds, I reckon. I probably wasn't counting properly, but it was about 90 seconds for a good period. We've probably touched on it a little bit too, but your boy Durden, fucking hell, mate. Is he the new Any Bets or what? Like, I don't want to go too hard too early, but I tell you, if you're doing stuff like that most weeks, you're going to get a cult following, and you're going to get a cult following very quickly.
Well, you break him down for a minute. So, does he bring the tackle pressure? Absolutely. Does he bring the second, third, fourth efforts, play with the heart and soul? Absolutely. I saw him really work up the ground and win a bit more of the ball tonight. Big tick. And then the disposal efficiency, the kicking inside 50, lowering the eyes, hitting up a leading forward. If that is what we're going to get from Corey Durden this year, we have got a star in our hands, mate. A star.
Absolutely. And he will be willing to help the midfield out when it is out from the middle. All right, he will be there, ready to go for it if it is in his reach. And boy, will he go for it, and he will not leave anyone in his wake. He will go for it, and he's probably going to kill you if you're in his way.
Yeah, it's impressive. I think him and always together give us a point of difference, because we've got two genuine solid tools in Harry and Charlie, and to mix them in with two genuine solid smalls in Durden and always. And I don't know where Honey fits in this picture when he comes back. It's good, mate. It's good. It's good to be taught. It's just good to be feeling good about the boys,
Exactly. And mate, this is going to make for one fun Friday now. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely. No, we're going to watch the replay a few times tomorrow, I think, and soak it all up. But mate, lucky last. Good to chat to you, and we will talk soon.
Done. Thanks, Terry.
See you, mate. Ladies and gents, that is the end of the round one fan cams. Thanks for joining. That was great. Honestly, that was so much fun. This is a special club that we support, and we've just been waiting for it to happen. And was tonight the start of it happening? I don't know, but if that's the kind of effort we're going to get every week from the group, win or lose, then I think this is going to be an enjoyable year. So let's just, enjoy it for what it is, live in the moment. The review will be out tomorrow morning. I need to get to sleep. It is very late. But thank you very much for tuning in. See you tomorrow. And as always, go the fucking Blues, mate. Fucking get up the